Before Wu-Tang dropped into the 36 chambers in 1993 and changed hip-hop forever, 10 underground crews were moving gold records and packing sold-out shows without any mainstream cosign. They created the blueprint Wu-Tang studied, the production techniques Premier perfected, and the lyrical styles Nas borrowed. Number 10. Fu-Schnickens. February 1992, Brooklyn. Three brothers from East Flatbush walked into Battery Studios with something nobody had heard before. Chip Fu, Mock Fu, and Pac Fu weren't just rapping, they were juggling syllables like circus performers on caffeine. The album F You Don't Take It Personal hit stores and went straight to number 64 on the Billboard 200. By late 1992, the BRIAA certified them gold, 500,000 copies sold. But here's what made them dangerous. They were doing martial arts references before Wu-Tang even existed. Ring the Alarm hit the top 10 on the hot rap tracks, sampling Tenor Saw like they owned the rights to reggae itself. A Tribe Called Quest produced 3 tracks on that album, including La Shmoo featuring Phife Dawg, speed rapping, backwards technique, syllable acceleration that made your head spin. Then Shaquille O'Neal called them his favorite group in 1993. They recorded What's Up Doc together, and it became a top 40 pop hit that summer. But the machine chewed them up. 2 albums, then silence. The Fu-Schnickens proved you could be innovative and commercial, then disappear before anyone realized you were gone. Number 9. Poor Righteous Teachers. Trenton, New Jersey, March 1990. While everyone focused on New York, 3 cats from Jersey were building something different. Wise Intelligent on the microphone, Culture Freedom on vocals and production, Father Shaheed holding down the tables. Their album Holy Intellect dropped on Profile Records like a sermon wrapped in breakbeats. Tony D produced most of the album, and here's the twist. Tony D was white, crafting beats for one of the most conscious 5%er groups in the game. The irony wasn't lost on anybody. Rock This Funky Joint became their only major radio hit, sampling Slippin' Into Darkness by War like it was scripture. About.com would later rank Wise Intelligent number 5 on their 10 most underrated rappers list. The Source put Holy Intellect in their 100 best rap albums in 1998, but sales never matched the critical love. They dropped Pure Poverty in 91, Black Business in 93, then watched the industry move past them. Wise Intelligent kept spitting knowledge to smaller and smaller crowds, proving that being conscious doesn't always pay the rent. Number 8. Brand Nubian. December 4th, 1990, New Rochelle, New York.
Of our name, which is brand new, Nubian, and we come to make people aware that black means first. 400.
Grand Puba Maxwell brought together Sadat X and Lord Jamar, added DJ Alamo and DJ Sincere, and created One for All. The album hit number 130 on the Billboard 200, spent 28 weeks on the chart, number 34 on the top black albums for 40 weeks straight. But here's the thing about Brand Nubian. They only sold 350,000 to 400,000 copies, yet their influence echoed louder than platinum records. Slow Down sampled Edie Brickell and made it hip-hop. Wake Up featured a black man in white face makeup, and MTV banned the video immediately. Fab Five Freddy directed it, but the imagery was too raw for mainstream television. The Source named it one of the 100 best rap albums ever in 98. About.com put them at number 25 on the 25 greatest rap groups of all time in 2008. Grand Puba left after the first album to go solo. The group never recovered from losing their anchor. They proved you could be legendary and broke at the same time. Number 7. Lords of the Underground. March 9, 1993. 3 college students from Shaw University in North Carolina created something Newark, New Jersey would claim forever. Do It All Mr. Funky and DJ Lord Jazz met Marley Marl after winning a campus talent contest. Marley took them to his house of hits in New York City and gave them the keys to greatness. Here Come the Lords peaked at number 66 on the Billboard 200, number 13 on the R&B hip-hop albums chart. Chief Rocka became their signature, that infectious loop, those confident rhymes. Complex Magazine would put it at number 85 on the 100 greatest hip-hop beats of all time in 2015. 5 singles charted: Chief Rocka, Here Come the Lords, Funky Child, Flow On, and Psycho. All 5 got radio play when radio actually mattered. By the end of '93, BET gave them Best Rap Group of the Year. K-Def and Marley Marl split production duties, recording at Marley's House of Hits and Firehouse Studio in Brooklyn. The Notorious B.I.G. would later sample their line I Live for the Funk, I Die for the Funk, but their second album Keepers of the Funk in '94 peaked at 47, and the momentum died. 1 award, 2 albums, then they became another casualty of the changing game. Yo, we're just getting warmed up with these hip-hop legends. If you're feeling this deep dive into the culture, hit that subscribe button for Hip Hop Legends Archives. We keep the real hip-hop history alive every week. Coming up next, the group that gave Nas his first verse on wax. Number 6, Black Sheep. October 22, 1991, Queens, New York. Drez and Miss Delange met as teenagers in Sanford, North Carolina, but brought their sound back to New York. They were the black sheep of the Native Tongues family, literally named themselves that because they didn't quite fit the mold. A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing peaked at number 30 on the Billboard 200, number 15 on the R&B chart. By April 1992, the RIAA certified it gold, 500,000 copies moved. The Choice Is Yours Revisited hit number 9 on the Dance Club Play chart. Strobolite Honey went to number 1. VH1 would rank The Choice Is Yours number 74 on the 100 greatest hip-hop songs in 2008. They were the first hip-hop act to perform on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno after Johnny Carson left. That's how big they were. Prince Paul blessed the intro. Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest and Chi Ali dropped guest verses. They recorded everything at Calliope Studios, self-producing every track. The Source put it in their 100 Best Rap Albums in '98. Rolling Stone ranked it 146 on the 200 Greatest Hip-Hop Albums of All Time in 2022. But their second album, Nonfiction, in '94 got no promotion, lackluster sales, and the group disbanded. Black Sheep proved you could have one classic album and still disappear. Number 5. Das EFX, April 7, 1992. Two kids from Virginia State University, Scoob from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and Crazy Dre's from Jamaica, who grew up in New Jersey, won a campus talent show and caught EPMD's attention at Club Tropicana in Richmond. EPMD signed them, executive produced Dead Serious, and watched it peak at number 16 on the Billboard 200, number 1 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart for 5 consecutive weeks. The album went platinum by 1993. They Want EFX became a top 40 pop hit. The Source gave them 4 out of 5 mics, comparing their style to Busta Rhymes, Tretch, and EPMD. Solid Scheme, Chris Charity, and Derek Lynch produced most tracks at Firehouse Studios in Brooklyn and North Shore Soundworks in Long Island. They created the iggity flow, adding suffixes to every word until it became a movement. Every rapper in '92 and '93 either copied it or rebelled against it. There was no middle ground. The album was nominated for 1993 Soul Train Music Awards and Billboard Music Awards. Their completely original rhyming style influenced any number of rappers, established and novice alike. But like most innovators, they peaked early. The style that made them famous became the style that trapped them. By their second album, everyone was tired of iggity this and iggity that. Das EFX learned the hard way. Create a wave, ride it quick, then watch it crash. Number 4. Main Source, July 23, 1991. Large Professor from Queens linked up with twin brothers K-Cut and Sir Scratch from Toronto, and their mother financed the whole operation. Breaking Atoms dropped on Wild Pitch Records and peaked at number 40 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart. Sales were underwhelming. Critics called it genius. The underground worshipped it. Large Professor produced almost everything using the EMU SP1200 sampler, creating that crunchy digitized drums, choppy segmented samples, murky filtered bassline sound that defined an era. Pete Rock co-produced 2 tracks. They recorded at Homeboy Studio, Powerplay Studios, and Libra Digital in New York City between May 1990 and March 91. The Source gave them 4.5 mics in '91, then revised it to 5 mics in 2002. Looking at the Front Door became their biggest single, sampling Donald Byrd's Think Twice. Months later, Lisa and Cult Jam used the same sample for Let the Beat Hit 'Em, and Large Professor felt the sting. But the real historical moment was live at the barbecue. Large Professor, Akinyele, and Joe Fatal traded verses. Then a kid from Queensbridge named Nasty Nas opened with, "When I was 12 I went to hell for snuffing Jesus." That was Nas's first appearance on Wax, and hip-hop would never be the same. AllMusic called it one of the quintessential cult classics in hip-hop history. It influenced hip-hop producers for a considerable portion of the 1990s. Large Professor left in '92 due to conflicts, and Breaking Atoms remains the only album the original trio recorded together. One album, Eternal Influence, that's the Main Source legacy. Number 3, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, June 9, 1992. Two kids from Mount Vernon High School, Pete Rock making beats, CL Smooth flowing like water, signed to Elektra Records under Heavy D's Untouchables management. Mecca and the Soul Brother brought considerable acclaim but slow sales. They were compared to Gang Starr, one MC, one producer DJ, both creating classics the mainstream ignored. Their signature hit was They Reminisce Over You, T.R.O.Y, a requiem for Troy Trouble T.R.O.Y Dixon from Heavy D and the Boys, who died in 1990. Pete Rock used obscure soul and jazz records, crafting horn-driven hooks nobody else was touching. The album appeared on soundtracks for Menace to Society, Who's the Man, and Poetic Justice. In 2003, T.R.O.Y showed up in NBA Street Volume 2. In 2011, Madden NFL 12. In 2018, NBA 2K18. Netflix's Master of None. The song Refused to Die. Traffic Entertainment Group released a deluxe box set in 2010, remastered album, remixes, instrumentals, a fold-out poster, and a detailed booklet with interviews by Brian Coleman. Pete Rock became one of the most in-demand soundsmiths ever, producing for countless artists. They followed up with The Main Ingredient in '94, produced Run DMC's Down with the King in '93. But creative differences split them for 15 years. Guru from Gang Starr died in 2010, and that death scared them straight. They reunited, not wanting to end up like Gang Starr, brilliant but broken. Number 2, Gang Starr, January 15, 1991. Guru from Roxbury, Massachusetts, and DJ Premier from Houston, originally called Waxmaster C, dropped Step in the Arena on Chrysalis Records. Their debut No More Mr. Nice Guy caught Spike Lee's attention in '89. Spike needed music for Mo Better Blues, so he remixed their track Jazz Music into Jazz Thing. Chrysalis Records heard it and offered them a deal, thinking they'd make jazz rap all day. DJ Premier said the label got the wrong idea. Step in the Arena was universally recognized as one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. In 2007, IGN named it the greatest hip-hop album of all time, period. Hip Hop DX called it the album that cemented Gang Starr as a timeless tag team. The album had no filler, just check the technique, who's gonna take the weight just to get a rep, all crafted at Calliope Productions' Firehouse Studio and Such a Sound Studio in New York and Brooklyn. DJ Premier produced everything, establishing his signature sample scratch-based sonics. Guru delivered street-smart soliloquies over low, slow, deceptively complex tempos with jazz-tinged loops. Premier went on to produce for countless artists, becoming a legend. Guru created the Jazzmatazz initiative, proving jazz and hip-hop could marry completely. In 2010, Guru died from cancer. He and DJ Premier hadn't spoken in years. They never resolved their differences. Gang Starr became a cautionary tale. You can make classics together and still end up strangers. That's the real history from Hip Hop Legends Archives. If you lived through this era or just love authentic hip-hop, drop a like and subscribe. Tell us in the comments which group you think Wu-Tang studied the hardest. We fact-check everything to keep the culture's history straight. Until next time, peace, love, and hip-hop.